was quiet in a crowd, dim in light, not feeling proud. But silence only grows the flame. Now the world will know my name. They said I was too soft to stand, a feather swept by every hand. But I was just observing skies, preparing wings that now will rise. I let their words sink deep inside, but now I see I never died. My soul was not a fragile thing, it's steel beneath the velvet skin. No longer whispering in fear, I've tuned my truth for all to hear. From heart to throat I've made a choice to wear my armor in my voice. I speak like thunder, walk through fire. What they broke just took me higher. No apologies, no shame, I rise and blaze in my own name. You can't deny what I became. There's armor in my voice again. They built their walls from shallow doubt, but I broke through, I shouted out. They measured me by who I was, I show them now what courage does. You can't define me with a mold, I'm new as steel, not plated gold. I found my truth, I found my pace, and now I sing it into space. I speak like thunder, walk through fire. What they broke just took me higher. No apologies, no shame, I rise and blaze in my own name. You can't deny what I became. There's armor in my voice again. For every time I bit my tongue, there's now a line that will be sung. For every tear I used to hide, there's now a roar I won't divide. Don't call me strong just 'cause I broke, call me forged from every stroke. Each wound a verse, each scar a song. This is where my voice belongs. I speak like thunder, walk through fire. What they broke just took me higher. I'm not afraid to claim the flame, my voice will echo through the flame. You cannot make what I became. There's armor in my voice again. So if you've ever felt erased, know your silence can be laced with power, purpose, truth, and choice. There's armor waiting in your voice.
I used to hide behind the line, trace shadows just to feel defined. But playing small was never me, I'm carved from light and meant to be. I dressed in silence to belong, dimmed my truth to sing their song. But silence never made me real, it only dulled what I could feel. They told me calm, they told me grace, but I've got thunder in my pace. I've got stories, edge and fire, too much for shrinking, made for higher. I won't stay hidden, won't erase the colors bursting from my face. I wasn't built to disappear, I'm made to rise, to stand right here. I found myself in every blink. They asked for less, I gave them whole, unfiltered heart, unshaken soul. I'm not a secret or a phase, I blaze in unapologetic ways. I was born to be seen, not to fold a place serene. No more fading in the crowd, I'll stand fierce, I'll sing it loud. Every point they said to hide becomes the spark I wear with pride. I'm not a whisper in between, I was born to be seen. Don't mistake my joy for ease, it bloomed from nights with shaking knees. I've earned this roar, I've earned this grace. With every wound I took my place. So if you've ever hit your name, let this song ignite your flame. You weren't made to play it clean, you were born to be seen. I was born to be seen, to love, to roar, to break routine. No dimming now, no silent stage, I write my name on every page. With every flaw, with every dream, I claim my space, I live full screen. No longer small, no in between. I was born to be seen. So step out bold, don't duck the light. You don't know anyone, you're right. Your truth's not something to redeem. You were born to be seen. If you've ever hit your name, let this song ignite your flame. You weren't made to play it clean, you were born to be seen.
I've been the whisper in their rooms, the name they twist with quiet gloom. But every word they throw my way just adds more armor to my day. They laughed when I stood too tall, said, "Who do you think you are?" They tried to clip my wings with shame, but I just soared above their game. I've been called too much, too loud, told to fade into the crowd. But I've got diamonds in my voice, and every step is now my choice. You can't crush what shines from inside. This heart's got no need to hide. I've danced through doubts and broken glass, and every scar I let it last. I've got a bulletproof smile, worn from every trial, built it out of every stare that said I shouldn't dare. No, I won't tone it down, won't erase or play their sound. I'm rising wild, I'm rising proud. This is me, I'm saying it loud. They labeled me a reckless flame, too bright to fit their little frame. But why should I be soft or small when I was made to break their wall? I don't shrink when they resist, I exist and I persist. They don't get to ride my line, I'm not their fear, I redefine. I've got a bulletproof smile, worn from every trial, built won't shrink so you feel tall. I won't flinch or fake at all. This smile's not for your control. It's mine, it's earned, it's whole. It's whole. They called me too much, too loud, but I won't bow to calm the crowd. Try to edit my fire down, but I still blaze, I still crown. I've been before to make them please, but breaking chains became my peace. Now I dress in truth, not shame, and I won't mute to fit your frame. I'm not your lesson to revise, not a silence in disguise. If I walk bold, don't take offense. I won't trade pride for pretense. I'm on the edge of unapologetic. No more guilt, no more cosmetic. I don't tone it down or hide. I let my soul speak undenied. This is my name, uncut, poetic. I'm living loud, unapologetic. Don't ask me to explain my spark or dim my joy to make it art. I laugh too big, I dance too free, and none of that is wrong with me. I've swallowed sorry just to please, but choked on every fake appease. Now I toast to every no. They help me find the way I glow. I'm on the edge of unapologetic. No more guilt, no more cosmetic. I don't tone it down or hide. I let my soul speak undenied. This is my name, uncut, poetic. I'm living loud, unapologetic. If I'm too real, too raw, too much, then you weren't made for this kind of touch. If I burn bright, if I rise fast, it's 'cause I've shed your doubts at last. No one owns my worth but me. I'm more than what you want to see. So take your gaze and let it go. I'm done performing soft and low. I'm on the edge of unapologetic, owning every scar and aesthetic. I wear my flaws like fashion bold, not made to fit, not made to fold. This is my rise, my electric. I'm here, I'm loud, unapologetic. So if you're taught to feel too much, rewrite the rules, reclaim your touch. You don't know silence, only soul. Well, not too much, you're beautifully whole. I walk like I've earned this flame, not asking permission to claim my name. My path's not paved, it's carved in heat, and every step is bold, complete. They said, slow down, you burn too fast, but I was never built to last. In places made for quiet feet, I bring the thunder, not retreat. They watch me pass with doubtful eyes, but I've got stars beneath my stride. Their silence never shook my grace. I walk like fire owns this place. I don't walk to be admired, I walk because I'm self-inspired. No spotlight, crowd, or outside praise can validate my flame-blazed ways. There's glory in my stride, a fearless flame I cannot hide. I move with purpose, loud and true, not to impress, but to break through. No heels or hush, no need to glide. I'm born to walk with fire inside. No shame, no mask, no need to slide. I walk with glory in my stride. Each bruise beneath this steady pace taught me how to hold my place. They tried to trip me with their views, but I just not compliment. There's glory in my stride, a fearless flame I cannot hide. I move with purpose, loud and true, not to impress, but to break through. No heels or hush, no need to glide. I'm born to walk with fire inside. No shame, no mask, no need to slide. I walk with glory in my. So if they stare, let them blink. You weren't made for what they think. Your walk was never theirs to judge. Their standards never had your touch. So raise your chin and take your ground. Your rhythm is a sacred sound. Each step you take, let it decide that you belong with glory in your stride. With glory in your stride. There's glory in your stride. No more hiding, no more signs. Own your path, embrace your fire. You don't owe them soft attire. So walk like storms, walk through the tide with truth and thunder unified. You don't need to coincide. You shine with glory in your stride. They may not cheer, they may not guide, but you don't need them to decide. You were born to walk, not to abide. So walk proud with glory in your stride. I don't ask to be allowed. I enter rooms like thunder loud. You don't need to hold the door. I am the storm they can't ignore. They labeled me too much to take, as if my light was their mistake. But I don't shrink to soothe their pride. I own the sky, I walk wide-eyed. I'm not the type to wait in line. I build my roads, I cross my signs. Their rules were made for quiet hands, but I was born to break and stand. I've got a pulse that won't obey, a voice that carves a different way. No one gave me what I've shown. I rose from grit, I stand alone. I am power, I am flame. I'm not afraid to own my name. I take up space, I claim my place. With every breath, I rise with grace. I'm not your whisper, not your flower. I bloom with storm, I am power. They said too bold, too loud, too free, but none of that belongs to me. My voice was built to bend the rules, to sing in rooms that once felt cruel. I don't perform for soft applause. I shine despite their petty laws. Each no they gave, I made my seed and turned rejection into speed. I am power, I am flame. I'm not afraid to own my name. I take up space, I claim my place. With every breath, I rise with grace. I'm not your whisper, not your flower. I bloom with storm, I am power. Let them call me hard to lead. I've never followed out of need. My path was carved by silent screams and stitched with all my unrushed dreams. I won't dilute to make them stay. Their comfort is not my display. I don't seek mild, I seek real. And power's something I can feel. I am power, I not for them, but to feel proud. I'm not defined by time or hour. I stand, I roar, I am power. So if they try to dim your fire, remind them you were born entire. You don't owe silence to devour. Say it loud, I am power. They said I needed their permission to shine, to dream, to have ambition. But I was never born to please. I plant my flag where I find peace. They pointed out what I should fix, measured me by shallow tricks. But every flaw they tried to show just made my garden start to grow. I used to wonder if they're right, dimmed myself to fit their light. But now I see I've always been a masterpiece they couldn't pin. They call me bold, they say I'm loud. I take it as a badge, not shroud. 'Cause every no they threw at me became the roots that set me free. I define me, not your view. I rise in colors, not in blue. You don't get to draw my line. This voice, this heart, this soul is mine. So let them down, let them flee. I don't need them to believe. I define me. I wear my truth like open skin. No filter softening what's within. I've built myself from ash and flame. Each scar a syllable of my name. Don't need their mirror to reflect. I found my light in self-respect. Their silence once made me retreat. Now I turn shadows into beats. I define me, not your view. I rise in colors, not in blue. You don't get to draw my line. This voice, this heart, this soul is mine. So let them down, let them flee. I don't need them to believe. I define me. I'm not your label, not your test. Not your pretty, not your best. I'm every angle you can't trace. I'm unboxed thunder full of grace. So write your rules, but not for me. I dance in wild autonomy. And if you ask who made me shine, it wasn't you, the choice was mine. I define me, bold and free. Don't shrink to fit in your decree. I paint outside your lines and frames. With all my fire, with all my names. Your map can't measure who I'll be. Only I define me. So if you've doubted your own way, let this song remind you today. You don't need eyes to truly see, just your own voice to define me. I never asked to be approved. I only move the way I move. I wasn't born to match your style. I was built for bold and wild. They wrote the script before I spoke. Wrapped my fire in polite smoke. Said sit down quiet, play it sweet. But I've got thunder in my feet. I used to try to blend and bend, just days you call too raw, but that's the truth without a flaw. Let them cringe or turn away. That doesn't mean I won't stay. I won't be dimmed, erased, or coy. This is my beat, this is my noise. I make my own noise with fearless, boundless voice. No need to blend or fade in fear. I scream my worth, make myself clear. So if they judge or call it strange, they're not the ones I need to change. I sing in thunder, joy, and choice forever loud. I make my own noise. So if they tell you to be less, to hide your light or feel like mess, don't bend, don't wait, don't lose your voice. Stand tall, be real, and make your noise.
They said, wait your turn. I said, not today. Their rules were never mine to obey. I've been polite, I've stayed in line, but now I'm done dimming my shine. I've asked for less so others grew. I've shrunk to let their voices through, but silence made me feel erased till I rebuilt what they replaced. They wrote the script, I said the lines, but lost myself too many times. Now I tear that paper down. This voice was made to wear a crown. Don't need your green light to ignite, don't need your nod to feel alright. I've lit my fire, made my claim. I'm showing up in my own name. I'm louder than permission, I don't need your admission. I'm not waiting for the go, I've got my own inner glow. I speak, I burn up in the sky. I'm not sure, maybe not sure why. This is my mission, louder than permission. They whispered too much, said too fast, but I was never built to last. Inside a cage of second guess, I was born to stand, to manifest. Don't ask me now to play it small. I've walked through flames and didn't fall. You thought your no would make me doubt, but it just lit a louder round. I'm louder than permission, I don't need your admission. I'm not waiting for the go, I've got my own inner glow. I speak, I burn up in the sky. I'm not sure, maybe not sure why. This is my mission, louder than permission. No more hiding in the lines. I write in thunder now, not signs. You can't erase a voice that stays. I roar in unapologetic ways. So step aside, I'm taking flight, not asking please to claim my right. If you can't stand the light I beam, then maybe you were scared to dream. I'm louder than permission, past your fear and superstition. I'm done waiting to be seen. I live in full, I live in green. I shout, I shine, I own the stage. I'm turning silence into rage, my only mission, louder than permission. So if you're waiting for a pass, just go ahead and break the glass. The world won't hand you recognition. You've gotta be louder than permission. Louder than permission. They talk, but I'm the volume now. Don't need their nods, I'll wear my crown. No filters, no shoulds, no shame. Just beats and boldness in my name. I used to flinch at every word, made myself small just to be heard. But now I dance through what they say and spin their noise I just turned up something new. Now I dance above the noise, not their pawn but my own voice. They can echo all they want, but I've got rhythm they can't taunt. I'm louder than the echo, brighter than the shade. I sing it like a banner and shine through what they've made. I don't play small, don't blend or bow. This is me, this is now. I'm louder than the echo, and I'll never tone it down. No more shrinking in the dark. I'm neon truth, electric spark. I laugh too loud, I love too big, and none of that I'll ever rig. I'm not their mold, not their plan. I'm fire they don't understand. They throw opinions like the skies, but I wear stars inside my eyes. I'm louder than the echo, brighter than the shade. I sing it like a banner and shine through what they've made. I don't play small, don't blend or bow. This is me, this is now. I'm louder than the echo, and I'll never tone it down. Let 'em talk, I'll turn it up. Make my laugh the thunderstruck. I won't edit joy for trends. My vibe is not for them to bend. If they can't match my melody, that's not my cue for modesty. I've got full color stereo pride, and I wear it on the outside. I'm louder than the echo, unapologetically so. Their noise won't own my flow. This is how I glow. I'm brighter, freer, fearless now. My story sings, my truth allows. I'm louder than the echo, and I'll never tone it down. So turn your silence into sound. Make your own heart's thunder pound. You're louder than their echo. Let your voice shake the ground. No mirror told me who I am. I broke that frame with open hands. Reflections lied 1,000 times, but I have learned to read my signs. They sold me rules in shiny glass to shrink my soul and let it pass. Be softer, sweeter, fade your lines. But I was born to redefine. They pixel perfect every flaw, erase the weight of what I saw. But I won't blur what makes me bold. I wear my story loud and whole. I've shed the paint they said to wear, unwrap my strength from styled hair. The beauty they refused to see, I found it when I looked in me. I am mirrorless and real, more than what the glass can steal. I'm not angles, not design. I'm a fire, I'm a spine. No reflection owns my truth, no illusion dims my youth. I don't break to be ideal. I am mirrorless and real. They told me beauty's in the frame, but I rewrote that crooked claim. I found the grace they tried to hide in all the parts I once denied. I won't apologize for space, so wipe the joy off from my face. The raw, the messy, undefined, that's where the real light likes to shine. I am mirrorless and real, more than what the glass can steal. I'm not angles, not design. I'm a fire, I'm a spine. No reflection owns my truth, no illusion dims my youth. I don't break to be ideal. I am mirrorless and real. I turn the lens back on their gaze. Let self-love burn through all the
silent stairs, I shine in all my messy layers. More than glass, more than frame, I am voice, I am flame. No more war with how I feel, I am mirrorless and real. So if your mirror tells you less, turn away and still feel blessed. You don't need it to believe you are enough, just breathe, breathe. I am mirrorless and real, more than what the glass can steal. I'm not angles, not design. I'm a fire, I'm a spine. No reflection owns my truth, no illusion dims my youth. I don't break to be ideal, I am mirrorless and real.
I am not the echo in the room, not a shadow meant to make space. I'm the voice that dares to bloom, even if I don't match their pace. They threw their glances like knives, meant to shrink me down in size. But I collected every stare and turned them into self-declared prayers. Their silence roared when I spoke, but I refused to let it choke. The softness they mistook for weak now sings louder when I speak. I won't fold into their lines, won't erase my curves or signs. Every inch they want to blur becomes the part I now prefer. I'm not made to disappear, I'm not fading to fit in here. I was born to shine so clear, even when they flinch or fear. Don't need your nod, don't need your cheer. I'm here, I'm real, I persevere. Their silence tried to shrink my skin, but my roots grew deep within. I wore invisibility like lace. Now I painted bold across my face. I found my beauty in my name, not in mirrors, not in fame. And every flaw they tried to shame became the reason I reclaim. I'm not made to disappear, I'm not fading to fit in here. I was born to shine so clear, even when they flinch or fear. Don't need your nod, don't need your cheer. I'm here, I'm real, I persevere. Let every light inside me grow, let every note become my glow. The more you look away from me, the more I claim my dignity. I was not born to blend in dust, I rise in pride and strength and trust. I do not need to ask or plead, I am exactly what I need. I'm not made to disappear, I'm not shrinking for your fear. Not a whisper, not a trace. I take up light, I take my space. So turn your back or turn your ear. I'm staying strong, I'm staying here. If you feel unseen, unheard, your voice still moves, your soul's not blurred. You weren't made to disappear, you were made to rise, to sing, to steer, to steer. They fight their doubts like loaded guns, but I just dance beneath their sun. They tried to break the way I move, but every step became my proof. They said too much, I said too bad. Their silence never made me sad. Their noise was loud, but mine was true. I built my rhythm beat by bruise. I walked the stairs like battlefields, but never once laid down my shield. Their judgment couldn't bend my frame, it only fed my inner flame. Don't need applause to stand upright, I glow in storms, I burn at night. Their doubt can scream, their lines can pause. tremble in my storm. I don't rise in just one form. I am rhythm, I am fight. I am thunder dressed in light. They don't need to understand. I don't move by their command. This body's mine, this voice, this beat. I write my worth with every feat. I've got power in my pulse. I don't run, I rise, I pulse. Each scar's a verse I won't erase. Each tear is turned into my base. No matter how the world convulse, I won't bend, I won't repulse. Because there's power in my pulse. So if they say you're weak or wild, just press your chest and feel your style. You don't need their fake results. You've got power in your pulse. I wore my guilt like second skin. Let memories crawl under my grin. But now I'm peeling back the pain and dancing free in my own name. I used to sleep in shadow dreams, chained to thoughts and silent screams. Mistakes like ghosts beneath my bed kept whispering what should have been said. Regret became a bitter friend, but every story has to end. I dug a grave for all that weight. Now I walk light, I walk awake. You can't heal while holding tight to every fall, to every fight. So I let go, I cut the chain, and now I dance through every rain. I shake off my past, let the heavy pieces crash. I'm not that version torn and small. I've risen loud, I've heard the call. No more mirrors showing pain, no more running from my name. I'm not built to break or last. I was born to shake off my past. I burned the letters I once wrote to stories that no longer float. I cleaned the room where shame would stay and filled it now with light and play. I said goodbye to what I lacked, to all the voices pulling back. I paved the path with brand new bricks.
would break me down, but I rebuilt from underground. Each tear became a battle hymn, each scar a map that led within. They said I'd fall, but I just rose. From every ache I learned to glow. I stitched the pain with threads of flame and made a crown from all their shame. I cried in silence, fought in light, wore my regrets into the night. But I kept walking, raw but real, and every wound taught me to feel. No one saw the war I faced, but I held firm, I held with grace. I'm not untouched, I'm battle blessed. I passed the storms and passed the test. I'm stronger with my scars, don't hide the lines, they show how far. Each break became a building stone. I bled and rose, I stand alone. No shame for what I've walked through. I wear my truth like armor too. Not flawless, but I've come this far. I'm stronger with my scars. They told me healing should be clean, but mine was raw, sharp and unseen. I screamed in places no one knew, then whispered strength and pushed on through. I didn't rise in perfect light, I climbed through doubt and silent nights. So don't mistake my quiet calm, it's forged from fire, not just bone. I'm stronger with my scars, don't hide the lines, they show how far. Each break became a building stone. I bled and rose, I stand alone. No shame for what I've walked through. I wear my truth like armor too. Not flawless, but I've come this far. I'm stronger with my smile, let them stare, I won't erase the proof of how I found my grace. This is my body, this my brand, of rising fierce with trembling hands. Each mark a verse, a beat, a burn, a place where I refuse to turn. So if you're scarred and still unsure, know every break makes you endure. I'm stronger with my scars. I shine beneath my battle stars. Not healed in ways that you define, but whole in ways that still align. I'm not afraid of where I bled. It means I'm real, alive, not dead. So don't cover up what you are. You're stronger with your scars. With your scars. So if you're cracked, don't fall apart. You're just revealing your true heart. And when they say you won't go far, just smile. You're stronger with your scars.
They tried to write me off too soon, but I was just beneath a different moon. The silence couldn't drown my fire. I kept rising higher and higher. I wore their doubt like heavy coats, but turned it into armor quotes. Their whispers carved into my spine till I stood tall and redefined. They judged me from a shallow place, but I was built with deeper grace. They called me weak, I proved them wrong. With every bruise I grew more strong. You can't undo what's built in pain. I forged my voice in acid rain. Now every wound I used to hide becomes the flame I wear with pride. I thrive in my name, not in your shame. Don't need your rules, I've won my game. You tried to box me, dim my frame, but still I stand, still I reclaim. because you proved me wrong, but because I chose to rise with wildfire dreams and steady eyes. No mirror needed to define. I know the worth that's fully mine. So through your shade I face the flame, and still I thrive, still bear my name. I thrive in my name, not in your shame. Unapologetically aflame. Each no I heard became my claim. This is my voice, this is my name. You can't erase, you can't contain. I'm rising now, I thrive again. So if they say you'll fade away, just smile and let your power stay. You don't need them to stake your claim. Just rise and thrive in your own name. No mirrors tell me who I am. No trends define the weight I stand. I've lived too long in second skin. It's time to let the truth begin. I used to hide in every crowd, afraid to speak, afraid too loud. But silence never built a life. It only cuts you like a knife. They said be smaller, less intense, as if my light was too immense. But I've learned quiet isn't peace. It's just the noise they wanna keep. So I peeled the doubt like lace, stripped it back and found my grace. This body, voice, and soul, all mine. Unedited, unrevised, divine. I undress the doubt, let it fall. No more shrinking to be small. I don't need your soft disguise. I found truth behind your lies. No apology, no shame. I rise with every real name. This is me, full and proud. Watch me undress the doubt. They said be gentle, be refined, but I was forged in harder times. My curves, my scars, my messy glow, each one a truth I'll never outgrow. Don't ask me to fade to fit. I wasn't born to counterfeit. I'll take up space and break the mold. My confidence is loud and bold. I undress the doubt, let it fall. No more shrinking to be small. I don't need your soft disguise. I found truth behind your lies. No apology, no shame. I rise with every real name. This is me, full and proud. Watch me undress the doubt. Let the world see all my layers, not just what's shaped by their prayers. I don't owe them quiet grace. I owe myself a fearless face. Their words won't be my second skin. My beauty's not what pleases them. I'll walk unmasked, unposed, unbound. I'm louder now, I've found my sound.
They mapped my life in fear and doubt, outlined the roads, then crossed them out. But I've got fire where they drew lines, and I've learned fear was never mine. They handed scripts that said be small, don't stand too loud, don't take it all. I used to read those lines and bend, but fear was never a true friend. They told me safe was better than bold, but safe just kept my spirit cold. So now I walk the path unclear, not by their voice, but what I hear. I won't obey the whisper's grip, I cut their leash with my own script. Their warnings fade, their doubts retreat, I follow faith beneath my feet. I unfollow the fear, let courage draw me near. No GPS, no guarantee, just my own voice to carry me. I don't chase calm, I chase what's true. Even if I fall into the blue, I choose the road that may not cheer, because I unfollow the fear. I used to wait for green-lit signs, afraid to cross imagined lines. But every step they told me no just fed the seeds I had to grow. Now every wrong turn lights my way, I trust the pull, not what they say. I move through doubt, I breathe through flames, and wear my scars instead of shame. I unfollow the fear, let courage draw me near. No GPS, no guarantee, just my own voice to carry me. I don't chase calm, I chase what's true. Even if I fall into the blue, I choose the road that may not cheer, because I unfollow the fear. What if falling sets you free? What if failing's how you see? What if the voice you thought was loud was just your fear dressed up in sound? So I run toward what makes me shake, toward everything I used to fake. I won't ask fear to lead or steer, I'll run ahead and leave it here. I'll run ahead and leave it here. I unfollow the fear, don't need its echo near. I write new paths with trembling hands and rise where no one understands. I don't chase calm, I chase what's real, even if it breaks my heel. I walk through doubt and still appear, because I unfollow the fear. So if you feel you've lost your voice, no fear's a cage, not a choice. You've got the map inside you clear, it starts the day you unfollow the fear.
They said, stay soft, don't cause a scene. So I dimmed myself to stay serene. But quiet never fit me right. I was born to burn, not bite. I let them close the door each time, said yes when I had every sign. I bowed my words, made silence home, but silence left me all alone. I clipped my voice to make them stay, till I forgot what I should say. Then something cracked beneath my skin, and louder truths came rushing in. You can't keep power in a page, can't take don't demand, but now I speak with open hands. I won't trade fire for their peace. This is my song, my bold release. Don't need approval to be real. My worth was never theirs to steal. So every no they threw my way just built the pitch I sing today. I am the voice that broke the cage. No longer calm, no longer stage. I shout in colors, sing in flame. You'll never lock me down again. I speak in storms and tidal waves. No fear, no hush, no need to save. This is my rise, this is my rage. I am the voice that broke the cage. I don't wait to be allowed. I take up space, I speak out loud. If that makes them turn and flee, then maybe truth was never free. I'm not a whisper made for shame. I'm roaring rhythm, unashamed. So tell the world, write the page. I am the voice that broke the cage. I am the voice that broke the cage. No longer muted, no more stage. I laugh and cry with no disguise. I'm wildfire words, I'm untamed skies. Let echoes carry what I claimed. A soul unchained, a voice renamed. No walls, no chains, no gilded stage. I live, the voice that broke the cage. So if you're hiding what you feel, no silence doesn't make you real. You were meant to shout your age, to rise, the voice that breaks the cage.
They said I changed like that's a sin, but I was never meant to stay within. I grow in ways that they can't track, and I don't plan on turning back. I've walked through fire shaped by flame, each version rising bolder name. I've let go of who pleased the crowd and stepped into myself out loud. I used to flinch at every twist, tried to fit what they dismissed, but comfort never made me proud. Evolution speaks out loud. I don't fear what lies ahead, even if I break, not bend. My purpose isn't to conform, it's to become through every storm. I'll be whatever I become, even if I come undone. I won't shrink to stay the same. I was built to shift and claim. Don't need a map, don't need applause. I move with fire, I break the laws. Not what you want, but what will come. I choose whatever I become. They fear what they don't recognize, but I evolve before their eyes. No single mold can cage my skin. I change, I fall, I rise again. I've let go of always and should, redefine what's bad or good. They want consistency, I grow with every scar, with every glow. I'll be whatever I become, even if I come undone. I won't shrink to stay the same. I was built to shift and claim. Don't need a map, don't need applause. I move with fire, I break the laws. Not what you want, but what will come. I choose whatever I become. Let them try to write my path, I'll dance around their aftermath. I wasn't born to stay one shape, I'm made of every risk I take. So if you're scared to change your skin, let go, fall in and rise again. You're not a draft, you are the sum of every spark you will become. I'll be whatever I become, unfinished, wild and never numb. No final form, no perfect plan, just a soul that dares to stand. No need to fit, no need to run. I bloom beneath the shifting sun, unwritten, brave, and on the run. I am whatever I become. whoever I become.
So if they say you've changed too fast,
Just smile, that phase was never built to last.
you're more than one thing to become.
You are fire, you are storm, you are water.